Hey there, welcome back to another episode of Celluloid Nation. Once again, I'm joined with my wonderful co-host.
Hi, this is Matt, aka Ramble for Life. Thank you for having me on here once again.
Anytime. Anytime. Definitely would not be the same without you. So, we're going to start this off by talking about some movie trailers. The first one I want to talk about briefly is Suspiria, the teaser trailer. I know a lot of people are into this. I'm not a fan of this teaser trailer. I like the music. I think one of the guys from Radiohead did the score. It's not Goblin, but rarely anything ever is. But I thought it was the score was just interesting. The editing I liked, but there's nothing Suspiria about this. There's nothing Argento. There's none of the style. There's none of the lighting. There's none of any of that. The vibrant colors, nothing. I'm just like...
But that's the point, Mike. It's to see through the eyes of someone not Dario Argento.
But why
How
even
would
bother?
someone else take this
why
material
even
that's
bother
not Dario
doing
Argento?
a Suspiria remake? Argento remake?
Because people know the name and they don't like the dubbing. They don't like foreign. Dude, we're Americans. We're American. Don't like foreign dubbing.
The problem is this movie looks bland as fuck. It's got the same dark, dingy cinematography.
So it's like America. Take the foreign, make it bland and lousy.
Take out all the color.
Like a lot of American people nowadays.
No, I mean
Like a lot of fucking base.
Yeah. But the thing is, if the director wanted to do a homage to Argento, then just do that and don't call it Suspiria. Come up with your own fucking plot, come up with your own concept, and sell it that way. Okay? Why is the Suspiria name need to be attached to this? It's the mainstream is not going to know what the fuck it is, really. And if you're doing this for like the diehard Argento fans, it's like, why would I watch a remake when I could just watch the original? And it's directed by Dario Argento, who's one of the most legendary and stylish,
that's the thing.
Slick directors out there.
They don't care about the diehard fans. They don't care about the diehard fans. They're doing it for the mainstream that don't know it, because then the mainstream will think that it's an original idea, because they don't look at the past and they don't look at something unless it was made 2 years ago.
Yeah, sadly, it seems like that's kind of that's honestly coming to fruition.
Like what? Okay, it's the same question, Mike. Why would you remake The Hitcher? But they did it.
Yep, with Sean Bean.
Remake The Hitcher or The Stepfather. Why would you remake The Stepfather? In a PG-13, the guy from fucking Nip Tuck, or where the hell he was.
Why would you remake Prom?
I forget the actor's name. I don't know. It was a guy with a baseball cap. I mean, we need guys with baseball cap killers, I guess.
Or House on Sorority Row. That's another one.
Because Bruce Willis' daughter needed a fucking job, I guess.
But with Suspiria, I've heard like people, they saw it and it was like disgusting. Like they showed some clips or whatever. People were offended by it or whatever, and so on and so forth. That's not really what Suspiria was about. Like Suspiria is not about like being shock horror or any of that shit. So that's disappointing from what I've heard about it.
Well, I mean, that's them being different, Mike. That's them being different. What do you want it to be the same as the original Suspiria?
No,
it can't be different.
Why don't you just do?
Be different.
Why don't you just do your own movie and be different? How about that?
Because they don't sell. They don't sell, Mike. No one goes and sees them. They don't make money.
Well, that's not necessarily true, because if you look at statistics, remakes notoriously have not done that well in the box office. The last good one, the last one that made that much money, I think, was was It, but that you could look at that as like a reboot or just a different adaptation of the book, not really a remake. The Karate Kid with
Yeah.
Jaden Smith. That was how long ago?
Yeah, but wasn't the RoboCop remake successful? That's what I was told.
No. If it was, why? If they are thinking about doing another RoboCop, they're thinking about doing a sequel to the first film.
Oh, like another movie which we'll get to.
Yes, exactly. But with Suspiria, it looks bland. It looks dull. The cinematography, it looks like something from the 70s. Okay, but honestly, it looks like every single art house indie horror film I've ever seen a trailer for. It really does. It's the same fucking dingy, bland, brown cinematography. It did nothing for me. I mean, I don't understand the excitement or the buzz around the Suspiria remake. I really don't. But, you know, that's just me personally. The teaser trailer or the first trailer for Ralph Breaks the Internet, Wreck-It Ralph 2, which first off, that title is bad right at the start. And there was an equally awful joke in the trailer that tried to justify it. Whenever you have a joke in your movie that's trying to justify your title, that's a bad sign. Oh, shouldn't it be Ralph Wrecks the Internet? No, it's instead of Ralph Breaks the Internet? No, it's more like Breaks the Internet. You know, it's a thing now. Since when? That stopped being a thing years ago.
I don't even get the joke. With breaking the internet, what does that mean?
It was a reference to
I don't even get it.
this sort of meme that went around. Kim Kardashian did a photo play or shoot or something, and she showed her ass, and it was this breaks the internet or something, and people ran with it. And
Wait. Who was it?
Kim Kardashian.
Oh, okay. That's why I've never fucking heard of it before, because I don't give a fuck about what Kim Kardashian does. Or Jersey Shore, or whores, or whatever. I don't give a fuck.
To be honest, though,
Paris Hilton,
I'd watch that show if it's
get
just
laid in the Hilton.
if it's just called whores. Like, it's just unabashedly, just unapologetically, just about whores. That might be some good television.
Well, that's really what the Jersey Shore and shit is. It's just whores. It's just cutting through the thick of it. But that's the trailer. I liked the first one, but the worst part was Sarah Silverman.
Mm-hmm.
Sally, she comes back and she's even more annoying.
Did she
Plus,
change
you add
her
in some
voice?
SJW bullshit.
Did she always?
No,
have...
she was that annoying in the first one.
Oh,
but
okay, yeah.
she's that annoying in the first movie, and then you put in this SJW bullshit with the princesses. And what was fun about the first one was it was doing so with video games, and now we talked about this before we went on. It's the remake of the Emoji Movie.
Yeah, which I'm like, of all the things,
So that movie's been remade.
you're remaking the
And
Emoji
movie sucked.
Yeah.
So yeah, this trailer did nothing for me. It looks like another shitty sequel, like I don't know, the 50 other shitty sequels.
Looks like another shitty sequel from Disney.
Huh?
They've made a lot of bad sequels with their animated films. A lot.
I don't need any SJW jokes about fucking princesses.
I don't either. Like, that really took me out of it. Like, and there was other stuff that just wasn't funny and just reminded me of the Emoji Movie. And it's just all Easter eggs everywhere. And people are all like, oh, it's got Marvel and Star Wars and I'm like, so? Like, just because...
Yeah, stormtroopers and the fucking thing.
And Iron Man.
I missed the Iron Man, but
So what?
that's the thing. Like the first film was actually about video games. There's like no video games in this
No,
thing,
because it's about the internet.
which is the whole point.
And it's a
fucking
sanitized
concept.
version of the internet. You know, there's no way They're not gonna have like the Chappelle Show version of the internet or any of these other like the real
So then
internet.
why not have a plot about how arcades are going away to make for newer video games
Yeah.
and have a plot dealing with that? Why not do that instead of the internet?
Well, we can't have the Disney princesses then, you know.
Fuck the Disney princesses. You make a
We can't have
fucking
Elsa
porn
show
parody
up, you know.
with the Disney princesses. Fuck Elsa. Fuck She-Wolf of the SS Elsa. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, they put Elsa She-Wolf the SS in it. I don't give a fuck. If you want Disney princesses, watch some fucking porn with people wearing Disney princesses costumes
or those
something.
fucking weird ass
That's
videos on
fucking
YouTube that are popular for some
anime
reason.
porns.
Yeah,
Well, I don't know what ones.
it's just like these weird videos on YouTube that are popular where creepy adults are like preying upon kids who don't know any better to get views, and they do stuff like pregnant Elsa and Spider-Man or whatever, and just this ridiculous, just really creepy, weird shit.
I've never heard of this.
Yeah.
This is the first time I'm hearing about it.
It's
Okay.
something else. YouTube though has recently cracked down on it and trying to, you know, stop that from happening. But yeah. But really, I don't care about Ralph Breaks the Internet, Wreck-It Ralph 2. I'd rather see White Boy Rick, which is a drama that Matthew McConaughey's doing, and it's based on a true story. And Matthew McConaughey plays the father of this white boy who decides to become a part of this criminal sort of empire or whatever. And I think it's in Detroit in like the 80s. And I like the trailer. I like the way it was edited and stuff like that. It might not be that much of a film, but I probably won't see it in the theater. But I like the editing and I like Matthew McConaughey, so I'm more interested in that than Wreck-It Ralph 2. The Lego Movie 2, I like the Lego Movie. That's a film that I don't think you were that big of a fan of, right? The Lego Movie.
No, I did not like it at all.
So
I know I'm alone in
here
that.
you
That's
go.
fine.
Here's some
I just
different
didn't care
opinions, folks. We don't always agree on everything.
And we can still talk to each other. Go
Exactly.
figure.
So
Learn from it, folks.
I really enjoyed the Lego Movie, and so I was looking forward to the sequel. And this trailer, maybe it's just a bad trailer, or I don't know. It didn't do anything for me. The whole Mad Max Legoland gag, I don't know. And then they did the same, basically the same jokes that Wreck-It Ralph 2 did. It's like, what? Why are we doing this shit? Were you saved by a big strong man too, or some? Or did you do everything and then a man just took all the credit? You know, and then it's like, did the writers of Lego Movie 2 not watch the first movie? Because the character that's being accused of taking the credit for everything the girl does, he built a giant fucking machine. He built that giant robot. So, yeah. I don't think he did nothing.
I thought you were going to say, did the writers watch the new Star Wars movies? Is that why he's watching new Star Wars movies and taking notes from them?
I guess so. Well, it just seems like that's kind of how society nowadays is. It's popular with this, and I don't mind with. I really don't mind. I want equality, and I want to see more inclusion and stuff like that, but not in the way that it's being handled. I don't want to see.
Then why the fuck do you have to bring it up every 5 fucking minutes
that's
about
the
just do it. Just do it.
Exactly.
Just like the Shia LaBeouf thing. Just do it. Just do it.
Yeah, so
just fucking do it.
I don't know. I mean, I'll probably still see the movie, but the trailer was disappointing. I didn't really laugh that much either, so I don't know. We'll see. Now, Bumblebee, I don't get it. I really don't. I mean, I do not understand the pass that this teaser is getting, that this film is getting. I don't get why people. I mean, if you think it looks great, to each their own. But if you're one of those people who's like, oh wow, like it looks good because Bumblebee finally looks kind of like what he does in the cartoon, and the design for Starscream looks like it does in the cartoon. What? This is what, the 5th or 6th film in this franchise? Or 7th or whatever? And potentially the last in this potential series, because I heard rumors about them rebooting it later. So, if that's the case,
6, I think.
why the hell are you like, oh, you know, hey, they finally got it right. Good. Okay, but what that's some impressive feat? It isn't. They should have gotten it right on day one.
What makes you think they got it right?
Well, I mean,
That's
with
the thing I don't get.
With the design. I mean, they're like the design of the Transformers.
Isn't that impressive a fucking thing?
I know.
Okay, you saw a little bit more yellow, a little bit more red.
Starscream looks
He
more
still
like he
can't
does in the
talk.
cartoon. But I know, it's just such the tiniest of details to get excited about. I don't get it. It's like if there was a a third Ninja Turtles movie came out, and they fixed their butt ugly looking faces, but they're still like giant steroid ridden trolls.
Well, that was
with
kind
their
of
body.
That was kind of this. They kind of did that with the sequel, but they still look like shit.
Yeah,
the
see, there you go.
Shit.
Like they still did that.
Like they eased on the faces. It's still shitty. They still look like Bumblebee. They still looks fucking shit. I mean,
and it's the same.
Isn't Bumblebee
plot.
the one that killed Hitler?
Yeah, I think so.
Didn't Bumblebee kill Hitler in the last one?
It's the same fucking plot, origin-wise, as the first Transformers. At least from this trailer. Instead of a young boy that finds Bumblebee, it's a young girl. Wow. I'm gonna see that on opening night.
And there's a military unit that will at one point take Bumblebee, just like John Turturro and them took Bumblebee in the first movie.
Yeah.
Only this time it's John Wiener.
Who I heard rumors could be a member of Mask. Like they're trying to tie in together Mask and Transformers now. Like out of the blue, randomly.
I never watched Mask. I've heard of it, but I never watched the cartoon.
But the trailer did nothing. The sap levels were turned to 11. They were all just like trying to be all emotional and shit, and it was just saccharine, sugary sweet. It was like might as well be E.T.
It's The Shape of Water.
I actually like that movie.
It'll be The Shape of Water. I know. I don't mind. The Shape
she's
of
gonna
Water.
bang Bumblebee then.
You liked it more than me, but that's what I mean. That's the twist. That's the twist.
The action looked like nothing to write home about at all. I don't get it. I don't get the love fest. I don't. But, you know, to each their own. It's one of those things where
people keep saying that it's finally not a Michael Bay movie.
So?
But he's producing it.
He's producing
it. So
he
it
produced the Ninja
is.
Troll movies.
Yeah, and you know how Michael Bay they were a lot.
He produced,
even though they had other quote directors.
He produced A Nightmare on Rape Street. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean.
And I'm with you on the same. It's the same sort of thing. Oh, the other guy, he did a good movie beforehand that had some nice heart to it. Oh, like Earth, the guy who did Earth to Echo. Or Jonathan Liebsman, who did Battle Los Angeles and Darkness Falls, 2 films I liked, and then directed the first Ninja Chud movie.
Well, I think he was a yes man, and really Michael Bay fucking took his bare ass around and shoved in everyone's
Well, that
faces to
definitely
make you
happened with
kiss
the
it.
Earth to Echo guy, that's
So
for sure.
yeah, that guy's a fucking yes man. May I suck your cock, please, man? Oh, Michael Bay, may you bend over so I can put my mouth on your taint, man. That's what that guy
Yeah.
is. He
And
did
then the
that fucking
Bumblebee
out of
teaser
the
trailer,
closet movie.
it still had the same shitty sense of humor. A Rick Roll joke at the end. Like, what is this? The early 2000s on YouTube?
No, it takes place in the 80s, right? It takes place in the 80s. That's the difference.
More nostalgic. Again, nostalgia.
They still have Bumblebee not talking because I guess it's against the law to have him
Yeah.
talk.
And then the
They
thing with
still
this,
have, I
too, is
mean,
like, how
he
the...
has,
If he meets this girl in the 80s, and he's all frightened by her, but does he just get a neuralizer or something put up to his face after this, so he doesn't remember
well,
anything?
why is he afraid of her? Why is he afraid of her if he went through history and killed Hitler or whatever?
Yeah, I know. Well,
With the
there's that
humans,
too.
and we're
But if you have the whole
history that last
later
war.
on, he sees
But yeah, he's
Sam.
afraid of a girl.
Later on, he sees Sam, and he's all freaked out. Like, it's like, why would he be freaked out if he had this experience with this girl in the 80s?
Because these writers are morons. That's why. And Michael Bay is a moron. He don't give a fuck about his Baygasms, which is what these are, Baygasms over people's faces, and people
we
love
don't
it in
hate
Bukkake
we
style.
don't hate everything.
Sorry, I don't like it.
Yeah, we don't hate everything that Michael Bay does, like a lot of other people do. We like Bad Boys 1 and 2, and
Yes,
The Rock.
the Island, The Rock, Pain and Gain. I liked them. I didn't see the 13 hours thing.
I haven't seen it yet either.
I will be honest. But yeah, I like The Rock. I like The Island. I like Bad Boys 1 and 2. I liked Your Pain and Gain. Yes, I like some stuff he's directed. But he's a horrible producer.
Yes.
He's horrible at franchises like this. He should leave, stick to R-rated material, because that's his wheelhouse. Even though The Island is good, that's PG-13. R-rated films are his wheelhouse.
Yeah.
He's doing some film with, or something with Ryan Reynolds. I forget what it's called. Fine, do that, Michael Bay.
Yeah.
Don't produce and direct these fucking movies.
I agree.
Stay the fuck away.
And it's just like, it's just the story is just, there's nothing to this. It's just an Iron Giant meets E.T.
It's the same story as the first movie,
Yeah.
of course.
I'll just watch the first movie again.
It's the same story as the first.
And
I'll
this
just watch
also
none
has...
of them. I'll watch my balls.
Well, this also has John Cena, so that also makes it worse by default.
Yeah, he's a fucking... Yeah, he's a dick and he stinks.
He's so bad, and he's so bad at acting, and he lacks so much charisma that you literally cannot see him.
Yeah, you also can't see a fart, so that's equivalent.
So yeah, Bumblebee teaser trailer. Don't care about Bumblebutt. Mortal Engines.
I don't care about Bumblebutt fuck. I don't give a fuck about Bumblebee tuna. I don't give a fuck about Bumblebutt fuck. And get out of my face.
Me too.
Bumblebee tuna.
Mortal Engines. The first teaser is on. The second one, like, I'm not really super big on it, but it's kind of interesting. It's kind of it's somewhat, it's definitely unique in a unique concept. I just don't know about it.
Cities That Move.
Yeah. I think that the Cities That Move
Like
thing was
Inception.
cool, but I felt like the actors involved kind of weak. Like, they had this in the trailer, there was like this Asian supporting actress, and I have nothing against Asians at all, but because, you know, I like Mark Dacascos and all of his other Asian actors, but this girl can't act, so that didn't help. So I don't know. 'Cause it seems like she's gonna have a very extended role in it. So I don't know. That's a movie that
Hmm.
I might watch once down the road for the concept. And Peter Jackson is somewhat involved with it too. So, or is it a Guillermo del Toro? I think it's Peter Jackson. So yeah, Mortal Engines. Have you seen the trailer for that?
I didn't see the new trailer. I saw the first one. I'm like,
I like the
I didn't
steampunk
feel much
aspect
of
to it as
anything.
well. So, I mean, comparison to some of the other films, at least it's trying to do something somewhat different and unique in terms of its concept. So that alone makes it more makes me some curious about it. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. I don't like that Peter Parker is some deadbeat loser in this. I don't like that. Like, that is really not who Peter is. I'm like, who the hell is this Peter Parker? Who's a fucking deadbeat with a 5 o'clock shadow?
Isn't he being voiced by... Isn't Jay Johnson voicing him?
Yeah, or something like that, yeah.
The comic relief and the Mummy with Tom Cruise?
Yeah.
Tom Cruise's buddy in the Mummy?
Mm-hmm.
The Cummy, whatever.
And was never that big into the Miles Morales story. And the animation in this, it's creative, I will give it that. But it's an eyesore. It's fucking neon all over the fucking place. It's, makes me want to puke Dayglow. It's 2D and 3D at the same time. That it looks choppy. Really, I cannot see myself seeing that in the theater, for watching that on a big screen for an extended period of time, because the animation is just so fucking choppy looking. And that's because of the combination of 2D and 3D elements. It just looks fucking off. I'm not a fan of the animation. And then, it's got Spider-Gwen. Who cares? I don't care about Spider-Gwen. I would have rather it just not been a Spider-Verse movie. Just make an animated Spider-Man movie with an adult Spider-Man. Like fighting the Sinister Six.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah?
Is Spider-Man 2099 in it?
If he is, that'd be kind of cool, but like it probably won't be that much.
No, I'm just saying, if he's not, no deal.
Yeah.
I'll say, if he's not in, no deal. Should start him.
Yeah, just make
it. Yeah, that's something I'd be intrigued by.
Yeah, just do a Spider-Man 2099
I'd be intrigued by that.
I'd rather watch that, an animated, CGI animated Spider-Man 2099 film. I'd see that opening day.
Or even a live-action version, I'd be curious about.
Well, yeah, I would have been curious to see the Batman Beyond live-action version movie in the 2000s, but that never happened.
Well, they're too busy doing Aquaman.
They could still do Batman Beyond. It's a better concept than fucking Aquaman and 6 fucking Joker movies. Like, why the hell does Warner Brothers have 6 different Joker films in production right now? In pre-production or whatever the fuck. So, yeah, Spider-Man the Spider-Verse. I mean, if you're looking forward to it, cool. It's just, I'm not a fan of the animation style, and I don't like how Peter Parker is being portrayed.
I don't see it being a hit.
Yeah, I don't either.
Could be wrong, but I don't see it being a hit.
Bad Times at the El Royale. Stylish direction. Okay, I'll give it that, but the plot doesn't interest me. Chris Hemsworth is supposed to be a villain, but he's prancing around in a field of flowers. I don't know what to even say about that. When I just see El Royale, I just think of an El Royale with cheese, which I think is probably the reason why they called it that.
I didn't see the trailer of that.
Speaking of remakes and reboots, you hear about the Willy Wonka reboot? Like, I thought that already came out. Isn't it called Ready Player One?
I saw this with Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
Reboot.
And it was shit.
They already did a reboot.
It was awful.
They're doing another reboot?
Yeah, there's a rumor of another Willy Wonka movie.
What?
And
why?
I don't know why. And Donald Glover is on a short list of potential cast members to play Willy Wonka.
Okay. I don't get why you're already doing one. You just had one. Didn't seem that long ago.
Well, I mean, they did Spider-Man again, but
The
I guess
more
you know,
different you don't do.
he'll be black this
Yeah.
time, or Asian,
I don't
or a woman.
care.
You don't care? Then you're
Good for them.
racist. No.
I don't care for a new Willy Wonka movie. They already did. I don't watch the original. Just fine. Give a fuck who stars in the new one.
I don't either. Didn't work.
Like you
the
said,
last
Ready
time
Player
they did
One
it.
was kind of that
Yeah.
anyway.
They did
Even
that
had the
already.
fucking music in the trailer with Wonka.
So John Wick Chapter 3...
And Ready Player One didn't even do that well.
No. John Wick Chapter 3, I'm looking forward to that. And apparently Halle Berry, I think, is in the cast, as well as Mark Dacascos.
Mark Dacascos.
That's cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool that Mark Dacascos is in it. I like Halle Berry, so it's cool that she's in it. I look forward to the film. I mean, that's one of those few sequels I look forward to, because John Wick 2 did not disappoint. So, and
Yeah.
look forward to it.
So do I. Mission Impossible Fallout, I'm really looking forward to that. That's one of those few sequels that I'm really looking forward to. One of those rare action films where they're doing a lot of real stunts, and there's some CGI here and there, but a lot of it's practical. So.
What about Predator? You
Well, that's
showed me
another thing.
the
We saw
TV spot.
the NBA Finals TV spot, folks.
It was on YouTube, yeah. And
I will
what
say
was in
this:
it,
it's better edited.
Mike?
It's better edited than than the teaser. You don't have the
But
stupid
what was at
kid.
the end of the fuck?
But at the end of the TV spot is an 8-foot tall, 9-foot tall fucking super predator. Might as well be on fucking
See,
stilts.
we weren't joking.
Nope.
We weren't joking. It was a giant predator. It's a giant fucking, like those albino assholes in Prometheus.
Yep.
Like a giant predator. It's a giant fucking predator. Which now the little predators and humans probably have to team up and fight. They fight super in Yao Ming type of predator. Fucking Andre the Giant, gigantic predator. Because we need giant predators. That's the amount of imagination as far as we can go. What do we have?
Fred
Let's have
Decker.
a
Hey,
giant predator.
Hey, Fred Decker said if you were to do RoboCop 3, he'd have a giant skyscraper turn into a transformer, and fight RoboCop. So there you go.
Yeah, and the interviews for RoboCop 3. Or make what's her name, into a
Ann
robot.
Lewis.
The girl that died, yeah. Make her into a RoboCop type or robot or something.
That's how much of an
Fred Decker, I
impression
think he's lost his
Nancy
mind.
Allen's performance and her character in RoboCop 3 left on you and a lot of people. Like,
Yeah.
a very key, integral character for the first two films. Like, what's her name?
Yeah, and then when she was nothing. In that film, yeah, she's just there to die. But the Predator,
Get them
that's
for
another
me,
the title.
Murphy.
Halloween. Halloween's called Halloween. Predator, now it's called The Predator.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're so imaginative on the titles. And what can we do with the Predator? Let's just have a giant Predator. Let's just have a 10-foot tall Predator. That's fucking fantastic. Just fucking phenomenal. And they gave it away, which shows how little shits they give.
Yeah.
It's like Terminator Genesis.
It's the Terminator
That
Genesis
fucking-
of the Predator franchise.
Wonderful movie. Sadly, I could see that. I mean, the comedy, like in Genesis,
Mm-hmm.
Arnold smiling like a fucking idiot while he's at a police lineup. You just saw this shitty humor. Like, "Ooh, come do whatever the fuck they were trying to be tough and failing." And
I'll give this. There were some
super
practical
giant.
creature effects. That's nice to see, but that's not going to make the movie good.
No,
Just because a 10-foot tall super predator, super giant. Did they mutate the giant super ninja from American Ninja 4?
what Super Ninja? There was no Super Ninja. There's no Super Ninja.
Yeah, the references that nobody except us will get. But no, if you've seen American Ninja 4, you all know what we're talking about. There is no fucking super ninja.
Exactly.
They already had like the giant.
You know, when
They already had the bigger giant super batter predator and predators. This is the giant super batterer, most badass.
But this one's much taller. This one's much taller than that.
It is, but it's like,
you know, when I was saying that I had thoughts like Prometheus or Alien Covenant, I didn't think the movie would take me literally to have an albino, like the albino tall motherfuckers for Prometheus come back but in a different clothing with the giant predators. Like they're that tall as those albino assholes in Prometheus. They're that fucking tall, pretty much. They might as well have stilts.
It's probably like a result. It's a result of the crossbreeding with other species and shit.
They mentioned crossbreeding in the first trailer. What else would it be? They mentioned crossbreeding in the first trailer. Remember, with we're something about breed cross thing. That's what made me think of like
and
Alien
apparently
and Prometheus.
There are going to be predator dogs in it. That's a confirmed thing.
Well, yeah, we knew that.
So are they going to be? They're going to befriend one of the predator dogs?
Well, what was that picture where wasn't there a picture where the predators were on a tank shooting shit?
Yeah. Yep.
Is that them teaming up with the humans?
They're shooting the big giant predator. Oh my god.
Will there be a giant predator as tall as a building next? Be like a Godzilla movie? If there's a sequel, it'll be a predator as tall as
it'll be the size. It'll be the size of that giant alien in Independence Day Resurgence.
Yeah, that great movie. That fucking winner, which was a piece of shit.
So yeah, not impressed with the NBA Finals TV spot. It looks like they were trying to be like, look how badass we are. Look how awesome and action-packed this movie's going to be. Look how cool this is going to be. And it fell flat on its ass.
The Shaquille O'Neal Predator. Fucking...
Sparky!
Hey, look, it's Kazam. He's a predator now. Fucking...
It's fucking ridiculous. And the music in the background.
People wonder why.
The song wasn't cool either. It was just like up against the wall.
I don't know what the fuck the song was. The shit's against the wall. It's Shane Black. I don't know. Against the wall. I don't know what the fuck it was.
The franchise is up against the wall.
I don't know what kind of...
With a gun pointed toward its head. And soon it will be dead.
Till it's fucking dead. But the head is against the wall. As the franchise is ready to fall. So go suck on a ball. As these fucking giant predators stand tall.
Oh, shit.
Just go slam dunk you through the wall. It bumps you like a basketball.
The diesel predator.
Fuck the shit.
The diesel predator over here. So, There's another thing. There's another remake on the horizon. Cannibal Run.
Of course. Didn't. Uh,
And they're doing another Addams Family,
you
but
should just.
this time it's going to be animated.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. You know, an animated Addams Family movie.
Yeah.
I don't think they've done that before.
No.
Okay.
Different voice cast too. Charlize
Right, because a
Theron,
lot of
Bette
them.
Midler, and so on and so forth.
All right.
I'm more into that than The Predator or Cannibal
Not a
Run.
huge. I'm not a huge Addams Family person, but I'm like, okay, it doesn't make me mad or
Yeah.
anything.
Cannibal Run remake is...
Campbell Run. You could do it. I mean,
The
they
first
tried
one
to
wasn't the
give it a
greatest
speed
thing
zone
ever.
where I mean,
The first, I mean, it's not really the greatest film ever, so you could technically remake it. But I mean, I don't know. It depends on who you have in the cast. That's my thing. I think the director is Doug Liman, so he does some good work.
didn't he do Born? Didn't he do like Born movies? Like
He directed
one of the Born movies or something?
He
or?
directed. He's the one that directed.
Oh, Edge of Tomorrow.
Edge of Tomorrow. Yeah.
Edge of Tomorrow. Right? Or sorry, I thought he did one of the.
He might have.
Who's the guy that did? Oh, Paul Greengrass.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of the Green Zone, Paul Greengrass. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
But Doug, okay, I mean, like, he doesn't seem like a guy that would do Cannibal Run, but
No.
I don't know.
It depends on the cast.
I'm
That's the
not.
thing.
I'm not mad.
Yeah.
I'm not mad about Cannibal Run. Whatever. Sure, I'll wait for a trailer.
Yeah.
And I like the two movies, but it's
Well, the best
Sure.
parts of it for me of the Cannibal Run films is the cars and the chases and Burt Reynolds and Dom DeLuise and the blooper reel. But Jackass 4 could still happen according to Johnny Knoxville. I don't know. I mean, Action Park bombed pretty hard, so
yeah. I don't see that happening anytime soon. I would love to see it. Love the Jackass movies. But yeah, I don't see. One thing I heard, I don't know if it's true. I heard that Action Point that the studio hated so much, they wanted to give it to Netflix, like that Chlorophyll movie,
yeah.
but they couldn't find anyone to get it, so they
Wow.
released it in theaters with not much advertising,
Yeah.
so no one knew the fucking movie was out.
Well, a friend of mine saw it. He said it was
So,
terrible. So
I don't know. It doesn't look that bad.
no,
I
it
mean,
doesn't. I mean, there's some practical stunts.
I think it could be okay.
Yeah.
I mean, just because someone else doesn't like it doesn't mean I will.
Well, yeah, exactly.
It looks okay.
I
but
want to give it a shot sometime because of the whole action park thing. That's a great true story.
It's probably not in theaters anymore.
No, it'll come.
Probably not in theaters anymore.
It'll end up on home video quick. Just you wait.
Pretty soon. So yeah.
A Jared Leto.
No
Joker.
advertising. No one knew the movie was even out.
I mean, I'd rather. I bet Action Park would be funnier, or Action Point is going to be funnier than some stupid Jared Leto Joker movie. It's not making me laugh at all. Yeah, there's a standalone.
I thought
film.
no one liked him.
Well, apparently, I guess DC is brain damaged enough to think that he deserves a movie. I don't know, but they're also doing, like I said earlier, and they have 6 different Joker films in pre-production. So, who knows what the fuck they're doing right now?
Well, how many literally do they have in production? It's not 6, is it?
It's 6 in pre-production. Yeah.
Where are all 6?
I don't remember what all the 6 of them were, but I know there's one that was like with Joaquin Phoenix that was rumored, and there's ones that are like an origin story one, and then this other one, and then like it's just like too many fucking Joker movies. Maybe he's gonna be in Suicide Squad.
So there really
2.
is 6.
Yeah, because that's what I heard. I mean, there's two for sure in the works with Todd Phillips, who did The Hangover, doing one with Joaquin Phoenix.
Why is there even two?
I don't know.
How many do you fucking need?
All the Joker movies. Jack
Does
Nicholson.
he even have an origin? I thought the whole thing is Joker doesn't
Red Hood
have an origin.
The Red Hood.
Oh, that showed his origin?
Yeah. But with what do you bring back Jack Nicholson? I mean, Jared Leto Joker.
I
he
thought the
sucks.
whole point was that
I don't want to see any more of him mugging for the camera and doing his shitty Jim Carrey impression. No, thank you.
I thought most people hated it. Like I said before.
Well, DC, they decided to create a cinematic universe based on Man of Steel, so they don't have a clue on what they're doing. So I'm not surprised that they have like both.
Yeah, but I thought you liked Man of Steel.
I mean, in comparison to the other films,
I thought you liked Man of Steel.
I like it okay. In comparison to the other movies,
right?
But it's still a weak film to build a foundation from. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, I agree with that.
See, I'd be surprised if the Jared Leto Joker standalone movie even gets made. Kevin Smith offers an update on his film Moose Jaws. He's saying it still might become a reality.
No thanks.
He's still holding out hope for that one.
You know what? I'm glad I'm glad Kevin Smith's doing better from his heart attack.
So am I.
At this point, just retire and relax.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's going to keep smoking weed, and you can't do that while writing movies.
No.
Because it does not work, and it's shown he does not work. So he should just retire. Just do his podcast, his shows. He has like 15 shows on YouTube or whatever. Just do. No, he has like 20 podcasts. Just do those.
Shit, I thought I was doing a lot of podcasts with doing two.
Well, I mean, he does like that Comic Book Man. He's got his Fat Man on Batman. He's got his podcast with Jason Mewes. Mm-hmm. He has his show that he does on YouTube. Just do that stuff, man. Don't need to do movies.
I agree. I mean, and especially for his health. I mean, just chill.
Yeah.
Apparently, Hellboy, the new Hellboy, it won't be like a superhero film. It's going to be more like a horror movie.
Like that new Spawn movie? Apparently.
Spawn's not going to be in.
Is Hellboy not going to be in it? Is Hellboy not going to be in this one?
I think he's going to be in it, but we'll see. Top Gun 2 is shooting. Tom Cruise posted a picture on his Twitter. It's like, I feel the need. The need for what? The need for speed? I know that's what they were going for. But...
Well, they did that movie. They did a movie called Need for Speed.
Top Gun 2, it's like... It was, I have to admit, I got a little rush of nostalgia when I saw that photo, seeing Tom Cruise back in the gear and holding Maverick's helmet. But for me, with that film, I mean, one of the director, I think it's the guy who did Jack Reacher, if I remember correctly, is directing it. So I could be wrong though.
I thought it was is it the guy who did Oblivion?
Oh yeah, it's the guy who did Oblivion.
Krasinski or whatever.
Yeah, that's who it is. I liked Oblivion, so
I did too.
And I know that Tom Cruise, the Top Gun 2, he's going to be heavily involved. He might as well be the one directing this. We'll see. If it's the stupid drone plot that has been hovered around, I'm not into that because I already saw that done in Stealth. And
Yeah.
if they're gonna do it, is it gonna be Tom Cruise has replaced Viper, Tom Skerritt's character, as the lead instructor at the Top Gun flight school? He's got new recruits. Iceman is also there. Maybe even have cameos from Rick Ross. I mean, because like, what is Rick Rossovich doing right now? You have Rick Rossovich as Hollywood, or is he Slider? I'm trying to remember if he was Slider or Hollywood. I think he was Slider. Have some of the other guys come back, cameos. And if you're gonna do the sequel, I can see it happening where something happens and now Tom Cruise has to round up the new pilots and they have to face off this new threat, and Maverick gets back in his fighter jet and saves the day while Danger Zone plays in the background. I could see, I mean, it's just one of those things. It's like, I like the first film a lot, but it's a product of its time. It really is. Top Gun, in a lot of ways, is just a one giant music video. To be perfectly honest.
Yeah.
I don't really see that working now. Also, it's a sequel like way too many years too late. There's been like 50 fucking Top Gun video game sequels at this point. I just don't know if it needed a sequel. That's the thing. And when Tony Scott might have been involved, I was into it. But then his tragic suicide happened, and then I'm less into it. And maybe they're going to do it for Tony. I don't know. We'll see. It's just one of those, I need to see a trailer. That's how it is for me. I need to see a trailer. I'm not going to 100% say it's going to suck. I know, like, maybe I should. But it's Top Gun. I'm a huge Top Gun fan. And if Tom Cruise's Maverick is heavily involved and does get in the jet and does do some badass shit, I'd be satisfied. I'd like it. You know, do a better version of Iron Eagle 4. Fine with me. Because the same plot, probably. The older flight teacher, you know, he rounds up his team of his squad of pilots, and they face off against a threat. So,
when is the remake of Iron Eagle?
When is Iron Eagle going to come out on Blu-ray?
Oh, this. When there's a remake.
And then it's just the remake that comes out.
The dad gets shot down in North Korea or something.
And so it's like Red Dawn. So the Red Dawn remake. So
Red Dawn.
Iron Eagle will come out on Blu-ray, but it will be the remake. That'll get the Blu-ray release, not the original.
But Top Gun 2, yeah, I guess I'll wait for a trailer, but like you, I don't know if a sequel really needs to be made, but I'll wait for a trailer.
Did you hear about the new TV show that Jim Carrey...
When's Days of Thunder 2?
Yeah. The new TV show that...
I wonder when Days of Thunder 2
Well, that'll come out after Top Gun 2. If Top Gun 2 is a hit, then we'll have Days of Thunder 2, because Days of Thunder is essentially just Top Gun with race cars.
Yeah, but we're the only ones that like Days of Thunder.
But Jim Carrey's doing a TV show with Michel Gondry. It's called Kidding.
Yeah, it's on Showtime, right? Yeah.
I know you like Eternal Sunshine.
Is he like Mr. Rogers type or something?
Yeah.
But he goes crazy or something?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I mean, it looks kind of intriguing.
Well, like his life falls apart or something?
Yeah, it looks like a good acting performance by Jim Carrey. I mean, Dark Crimes apparently was horrible from what I've heard from a lot of critics. Eddie Murphy, he's going to do a biopic of Dolomite himself, Rudy Ray Moore.
You don't talk like that guy. I've seen clips of those movies, and
Yeah.
he has a interesting way of speaking. So Eddie
Uh-huh.
Murphy
Well,
is going to talk like
he
that.
kind of
That's
looks
going
like,
to be
if you
interesting.
look at them side by side, they do look similar. I think Eddie could nail that.
Sure.
It might be fun. I mean, I think it could be a fun.
Yeah.
I think what they should do with it is be tongue in cheek. Don't do some serious dramatic thing, because how is that really going to work? The guy who played Dolomite. So you know, do a tongue in cheek biopic with
Well, I
Eddie
mean, the guy's
Murphy.
talking like, "And fucking motherfuckers is my game." I mean, that's the way he talks. So I don't know how you could do a serious drama on that, but
So, you know, I mean, I'm more into that than Superfly. I saw the trailer for that before Upgrade. Holy shit, does that look bad? The remake of Superfly.
I didn't see.
The actor they have to play
Didn't see it.
Superfly, it's like Nick Cannon as some badass lead. It's not believable in the slightest.
Great.
So speaking of biopics or documentaries or potential, you know, biopics basically. The trailer for Robin Williams' Come Inside My Mind came out. I thought it was great. I had to hold back tears at the end of it. I don't know about you.
Right.
I got pretty choked up watching the trailer. I'm really looking forward to it. Looking forward to celebrating Robin again, and coming inside his mind and getting to know him better.
Right.
So that's a film from 2018. I'm really looking forward to is that. There's gonna be a Game of Thrones prequel series. HBO is already like more Game of Thrones. Do you need a prequel series now?
Never seen it. Don't care.
First Man.
Never seen an episode Game of Thrones. Don't care.
There's a trailer for First Man. Ryan Gosling film.
Yeah, I liked it. It's him playing Neil Armstrong, and it's the movie about going to the moon, and I thought looked pretty good. I look forward to that.
I'm just trying to think of, once again, what was that Jean-Claude Van Damme teaser?
Oh, it was. I thought one time was Lucas with a K.
Yeah. I really like that.
Lukas. I think it was originally called. I think one time was the Bouncer, but it's called Lucas as well. It was a very brief teaser, but it was great look to it, tone to it. Really intrigued by it.
So was
again,
I.
that's Lukas.
And it's just a it's going to be direct to video probably, for sure. And speaking of video,
well, yeah, but it looks good.
Yeah, it does. And direct to video. Now we're to the section of this podcast where we talk about some upcoming Blu-ray releases, and this will be the finale for this episode. So I'm running out of gas. I didn't sleep a lot last night, so I've been up all day pretty much. I had a lot of fun with another friend of mine, going to places and getting some stuff, and then I saw Upgrade, and so. But anyway, I'm on the Scream Factory page. They scream for help. One of my friend Effrey's he's going to be really happy about that. He loves that movie. It's one of his favorites.
Oh yeah,
Scream for Help.
He loves it. Fuck.
That's getting a Blu-ray release.
Why? I have no idea that that's getting a Blu-ray.
Because it's a cult classic, apparently, according to some people. The Seventh
Most people never
Sign.
even heard of the movie.
Yeah. The Seventh Sign is getting a release. That's pretty cool. I mean, curious to see what the features are. It's not a collector's edition, so it's not going to have a lot of features.
I barely remember.
Well, I'm more into that than
yeah,
Texas Chainsaw Massacre, The Next Generation.
Well, yeah, that's that.
The collector's edition.
Exorcist 2 or Bid What the Fucks. Bid What the Fucks.
Especially for collector's editions.
Well, I mean, because they're sequels and they'll make the money. Because people either like those sequels or they want.
I mean, if somebody sends me, I'll take it. You know, I'm in that boat with it, but I don't really want to pay.
Well, yeah, I mean,
full price for these.
If someone sent me any of these, yeah, if it's for free, we would take it.
Yeah.
But paying $25 for these.
Mac and Me.
I wouldn't pay 25 cents.
The collector's edition of Mac and Me.
I wouldn't pay 25 cents for that. Why? Mac and Me, why?
They already lowered the price tag.
Not Murder by...
It was originally like $23, and they already lowered it to $18.97 because I think even they're like, I don't think we're gonna sell this, so we need to lower the price.
No.
The City Slickers Shout Select release. I mean, there was already a pretty good Blu-ray collector's edition from MGM back in the day. I don't... How much extra are you going to get? I mean, we'll see.
I think the Blu-ray is... I'm not sure if I'm not sure if the Blu-ray had the features from the DVD.
I think it did.
Can't remember. Maybe it did.
Yeah, but the Texas Chainsaw Massacre and The Next Generation with transvestite Leatherface from Transsexual Transylvania. A film that was so awful that Matthew McConaughey and Renee Zellweger tried to get every copy confiscated. Yeah, let's give that a Blu-ray.
So what features are you going to get? Because who the fuck's going to talk about it except the director?
Kim Henkel.
Yeah, the director. Who else?
Maybe the guy who played Leatherface? I don't know. Some of the effects guys?
Ideas. Yeah, ideas.
I think there's like deleted scenes and stuff.
I don't remember any effects in the movie.
I think there was like a different version of the film, so maybe they'll put that on there. And there was like a VHS making of thing, so I don't know. I'm actually more curious about... I mean, if McConaughey and Zellweger are interviewed, like, I'd watch that, but I'd be curious about it then.
They would never do it.
They're never going to do it.
I would bet they would never do that. They didn't want to be released.
McConaughey in a commentary
track.
I'm
sure one
that'd
be
funny.
Released.
McConaughey just riffing the movie. Like, if they just riffed the film, that I'd watch, you know, I'd be interested in hearing that commentary track.
Yeah.
But no. That's not going to happen.
Didn't he do like a Jimmy Kimmel or something where they show like the VHS, there was some skit, and he thought, he didn't even know it was part 4. He said like Texas Master 3. Like he didn't even know it was a part 4 or something. That's how little shits he gave of it.
Well, you can't blame him. And then you have Exorcist 2, The Heretic.
No, I don't.
Which I'm like, that was baffling. But for me,
yeah,
this has potential to have some very interesting features. You know, even there's like bad movies like Deadly Eyes. There's some interesting features and stuff like that.
Yeah, keep going. I'll be right back.
If you can get like,
if you
can get John Borman to do a commentary track, you can get him. I think he did a commentary track for the DVD, but I haven't heard it. But if he does like an interview and he talks about it, and you have some of the other people involved, Linda Blair and some of the other actors and actresses talk about it and the disastrous production. Get James Earl Jones. I mean, I wouldn't buy it like right on the first day, but I'd add it to my wish list for the future because just to see the features. I have a making of book from back when this film came out. It's called The Making of Exorcist II: The Heretic. And it's actually a really entertaining read, and it's a pretty detailed and goes through all the crazy different things that went on during the production. It was total chaos. So hearing that and having that being detailed on camera with the people who worked on the movie in featurettes and interviews, that I think that could be actually could be worth it. Also, another thing that intrigues me about this set, because at first I was like, oh, come on, this movie's a joke, it's laughable, it's one of the worst sequels ever. But I was like, okay, you might have some really interesting features. But then the other thing that really stood out to me is that this is also going to include the version of the film that was, I think it was the edited version of the movie that was released in theaters after the second week to try to make it better, but all it did is make it worse. So there's like an edited version, like 110 minutes.
Right.
I think that's the one that was like more comedic or something, if I remember correctly. Like intentionally. I think I remember reading that somewhere.
Yeah, I don't know about
where
that.
It was like more intentionally comedic in terms of the cut of the film. Because people were laughing at it anyway in the theater. So, yeah, because this Exorcist II is a hilarity, so. Yeah, like even, shush stomach, I know. My stomach is even like, Exorcist 2, ugh. No. But yeah, The Heretic was Warner's largest day and date launch at the time, opening on 725 theaters in the United States and Canada, but was a disappointment in the box office. The film received a strongly negative response. Reports indicated the film inspired derisive audience laughter at its premiere in New York City. Excuse me. Apparently just get indigestion talking about Exorcist 2. Ugh.
That happens to everybody.
So William Peter Blatty claimed to have been the first person to start laughing at the theater in which he saw the film, only to be followed by the other patrons. And he's like, "You'd think we were watching the producers." William Friedkin, director of The Exorcist, recalled hearing a story in which angry audience members at Exorcist 2's first public performance began chasing Warner Brothers executives down the street within the first 10 minutes of the screening. Friedkin saw a half an hour of the film. I was at Technicolor, and a guy said, "We just finished a print of Exorcist 2. Do you want to take a look at it?" And I looked at it a half an hour of it, and I thought it was as bad as seeing a traffic accident on the street. It was horrible. It was just a stupid mess made by a dumb guy, John Borman by name, somebody who should be nameless, but in this case should be named. Scurrilous. A horrible picture. I don't even know what that word is. Scurrilous. That's a first. Friedkin later stated that the sequel would diminish the value of the original and called it one of the worst films I've ever seen, and he later added the film was made by a demented mind. It's true. It really is. It really did damage the image of the first film and the value of the original.
Did it really? Because most people call it one of the best horror films or the best horror film ever.
Well, yeah, but I mean, in terms of, there's still something that tarnishes a legacy because you have this fucking stupid thing associated with it, you know?
But yeah, not enough to.
Yeah, not enough
it's still considered the best.
Yeah, not enough to tarnish his legacy like completely, but it is a black mark for sure. Exorcist 3 though helped a lot. Are they going to include a bonus disc with the soundtrack of Ennio Morricone? Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Oh yeah.
This again, like of all the films you could pick, and those two
I mean,
movies,
from Warner Brothers, for sure. Deadly Friend. Give me a Deadly Friend. Deadly Friend. Give me a Deadly Friend Collector's Edition. Or Exorcist 2. But honestly, I am kind of...
or you use the resources.
Yeah. If they get some...
Use the resources to get other movies from companies.
Yeah. But if they do get extensive features, like interviews with some of the cast and crew, James Earl Jones, Linda Blair, I'd be curious about it. So just to hear, the stories. Because I think this could be a film that could have some genuinely fun features, which is like talking about how just fucking bad the movie was and how much of a clusterfuck the shooting was and all of just the crazy on-set stories. And I was saying earlier before you came back that I have the making of book and it has a decent amount of those in there. So, I mean, I really think that could be an interesting thing to watch. But I don't know what the features are. They're not announced yet. Quickly Down Under, though, is getting a Blu-ray and from Shout Select. And I think that's cool. I think it's a gem. It's an underrated film. I like the film a lot.
Yeah, I like the movie.
I'd love to hear from
It's a
Tom
good
Selleck.
flick.
We'll see if he'll even sit down and do an interview.
If they'll last.
I'd like to see a Runaway release in the U.S.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
But I think that's pretty cool. Quickly Down Under on Blu-ray. I also like the cover art. I think it's really, really cool. Did a great job.
Yeah.
The Bride with Sting and Jennifer Beals. It's another one I could care less about being on Blu-ray. Valley Girl. Then we get to two upcoming releases from different companies in Shout Factory and Scream Factory. Unearthed Films it's official. They are doing the unnameable. They're doing this kind of thing though where they're going to have a limited edition with a slipcover, which honestly the cover art really does look really fucking cool. I have to be honest.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
the Blu-ray will just have the VHS poster, which isn't the worst thing ever, but I mean compared to the slipcover, it's nowhere near as cool. So they are restoring the film. It's going to be restored in 4K. It's going to be color corrected from the original negative. It'll be released on Blu-ray and DVD on October 9th, 2018. And that's some great news because this is a nice classic. Limited edition to 2,000 units with a slipcover. And that I guarantee that'll sell out pretty fast, knowing horror collectors. And if I'm not able to get one of the slipcover, oh well. It's still the film
I
on Blu-ray.
love the unnameable. I would love to get that.
And it has features. Got a video interview with the actors Charles Klossmeyer and Mark Kinsey Stevenson. Video interview with Eben Ham. Video interview with Laura Albert. A video interview with actor Mark Pera. Video interviews with R. Christopher Biggs, special effects makeup artist and makeup artist Camille Collette. Audio commentary with Charles Klossmeyer, Mark Stevenson, Laura Albert, Eben Ham, Camille Collette, and R. Christopher Biggs.
Yeah, Charles Klossmeyer and Mark Kinsey Stevenson, they were the two leads. Eben Ham, I think he was one of the two college guys that get killed. Mm-hmm. Laura Albert, I think she was the lead actress who played Wendy.
Yep.
Mark Pera, I think it was their buddy at the beginning, who he's the first to get killed. And yeah, it's cool to have interviews with them and to have a commentary on top of that.
And the
To have the film
4K.
actually on a Blu-ray because it's never been on DVD in the US, let alone Blu-ray. And yeah, they cleaned up. Very cool. I really look forward to it in October. I definitely wanted to finally. That was one of those films. I'm like, why doesn't this have a release? Finally, someone's doing it. So I hope something doesn't happen, like Rituals. Like they
Well,
would
with
release it. They'd have. I hope not, but
Well, with Rituals, what happened was the print wasn't up to snuff.
I know. I just meant like they said a date, or at least around. Like they made an actual artwork
Well, yeah, what
for the
happened?
Blu-ray.
Werewolf
But
had
it's like,
Werewolf the series had actual artwork too from
yeah,
Snaps. And then
yeah. And
stupid rights
so,
issues and music. So
but I mean,
I
at
think
least
it's
with
a done
this,
deal
they
because they already have
filmed
features. They've already
features and stuff.
Yeah,
So
they're already listing
yeah,
features and
so
stuff.
but yeah, I look forward to this. This is definitely one of the big things this year. I look forward to Deep Rising, The Changeling, this one.
Well, no, they're
Those
also
are
doing.
the
They're
three big
also
ones for me.
Well, yeah, for me too. There's like the big three. They're also doing Dark Side of the Moon, from what I heard, but I haven't heard anything extra about it.
Mm-hmm.
And they're doing Nightwish.
Mm-hmm.
This is their new series of Unearthed classics. So they're taking a page from Vestron Collector Series and Scream Factory and stuff like that, and MVD. Scream's getting
Yeah.
a lot of competition now. Shout Factory is not alone anymore. And speaking of the Changeling, that's the next one I wanted to talk about. Finally, an HD, the Changeling, from Severin Films.
Think
Yeah, August.
August 7th, I think.
Yeah. There's two different versions. You can get the limited edition, which has the slipcover and the CD, soundtrack CD. I mean, I want to get the limited edition, but like, I mean, I don't know. It's pretty expensive. It's $28.99 on the website, but if you order it there, like you have to pay up front right then and there. They don't charge your card or whatever when it ships. Um,
Mhm.
I think Amazon does that though, so I'm contemplating. But on Amazon it's like $35. But maybe they might, if the price goes down, they'll give you a refund or something, or they'll charge you the lower price. But
Mhm.
I love the Changeling. It's actually gonna be
Yeah.
showing at a local theater on the 11th, but it's like on a Monday night, and I don't really know if I can even really get there, and I don't know. I mean, but I mean that's really cool though. It's showing at the Hollywood Theater, and that's a great theater, but I don't think it's a 35mm print though. It might just be this Blu-ray. Maybe they got like an early copy or something. But this is the limited edition. It's got a poster. Well, no, like the poster is the one you pay $54 for. A $54 bundle.
Well, isn't the
And you get a
isn't the
bouncing
Blu-ray
ball.
overseas already released?
I don't know if it is or not. Is it? From Second Sight?
I could be wrong, but I
Hold on.
thought someone said it was already released or sooner.
Huh.
It might not, but I thought I heard that some people like got theirs. I could be wrong on that, but for some reason I thought it was an earlier date. I could be wrong though. Second Sight Films. I don't know exactly when they came out.
No, it
but
comes out in August.
Didn't- But for some reason they say here, coming Blu-ray on demand, download June 25th. So they must have changed it
Yeah, they must have, because online
on their
on Amazon
because on Second Sight Films that's what they said. It's on their Facebook.
on Amazon.uk it says it'll be released on August 13th.
Oh, okay.
But I know on Blu-ray.com they're mentioning the June of 25th as well. But
Mhm. Okay, they changed it then.
So, but yeah, the soundtrack's included on the limited edition, and that's why I'd like to get it because I really like this score. I think it's a beautiful score. Um, and of course, but if I'm not able to, whatever. If it sells out, I'm not able to get it. I'll still get the Changeling on Blu-ray, which is more than I ever thought would happen.
Yeah,
And it's got a commentary with
I've
Peter
seen it.
Medak. It's got a documentary or like a little featurette about the true story of the Changeling. It's got an interview with Kenneth Wamberg, which is pretty cool. Building, who did the music. Building the House of Horror. Interview with art director Ruben Fried. I'd really looking forward to that because the Changeling, that house doesn't exist. That was all built by the art director. And it's very impressive. The Psychotronic Tourist, the Changeling, I don't know what that's about. The Master of Horror, Mick Garris on the Changeling, But I mean, the commentary track, the Haunting True Story sounds interesting. I haven't heard that before.
I think
And
the Sectortronic has something to do with the music.
oh, okay.
And then something to do with someone talk about the music. Because I'm not sure if the composer is still alive, but
Yeah.
maybe it's someone who worked along with.
Well, Keith Weinberg helped with the score, I think.
Hmm.
So yeah, this is a limited edition Blu-ray. Comes with a CD and all of that. But then there's a bundle, which you can get. It comes with a magnet. Oh, you get an enamel pin. I think the limited edition one you get a enamel pin with the ball or something like that. Or just an enamel pin, an enamel pin. But you get a replica ball.
I don't care about that. I just want the movie.
Yeah, I know. That kind of stuff's like, who cares? Where am I going to put this ball? But, yeah. That's some really good news. So there's some good news for a change. There's some nice upcoming Blu-ray releases. There's some that are questionable that we're like, huh? What? Sure, that won't be the end of that. But anyway, that's all I have to say for this week's podcast.